Let's watch Fat Files, the most American thing ever, the Bass Pro Shop. So they're selling musical instruments, the bass?
Nothing is normal. Absolutely nothing. Every time I start a video, I was like, this is a cool company. I'm sure completely normal things are happening there.
No.
Never happens, okay? Started working on a Cabela's video, found out that they're actually owned by Bass Pro Shop. Okay, I'm gonna do a Bass Pro Shop video. And now there's Indian spiritual leaders and crystal skulls and pyramids and curses involved, and I don't even know what's going on.
Same.
Today we're
Please
talking about the
start.
most American thing that has ever happened. That time that we took the world's 7th largest pyramid and turned it into a Bass Pro Shops. Okay, and just so we're all on the same page, it is not the simple fact that America turned the world's 7th largest pyramid into a bait and tackle shop that's the most American thing ever. No.
This is inside the pyramid. Whoa, why is it so dark? Tell me, why is it so dark? It looks like a night market.
The most American thing is the story of how it happened because it reads like a redneck Indiana Jones script and it's absolutely insane. But we're gonna get to it right after a word from our sponsor.
Delete me.
Why are you dressed like that? Why do you have a Tech 9?
I like that she always play along in these ads.
I'm going to the farmer's market.
Okay, that explains the outfit. Explain the Tech 9.
Muriel's getting on my turf again.
She wanna gun her
You're
down.
gonna go do a drive-by in a carriage. All right, here's the
In the
deal. Super simple,
carriage.
straightforward business model. You give them money, they turn around and make sure that data brokers on the internet aren't selling your personal information. What does that even mean? Okay, here's the entire internet and every free service on the planet inside of a nutshell. Okay, there's a saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. What that means is
am
pretty
the
much anything on the
product.
internet that you use, that's a service, whether that be Google, Facebook, Instagram,
Please sell
Snapchat,
me.
all of it. Okay, it's all an app. So one of two things is happening. They're either gonna feed you ads, and that's how that company makes money since their service is free, or they're going to collect your personal information, then turn around and sell it to data brokers on the internet, and then they're going to turn around and sell it to whoever buys it, and next thing you know, you're getting 17,000 robocalls every single day. And that's where Delete Me comes.
No, I see why I'm the product thing. I hate those calls, man. Those
And they will
scam
look through all
calls.
the major data brokers and find the ones that are selling your personal information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf, and then they are legally obligated to comply. And then they'll continue to monitor these data brokers, and if they get your information again, Delete Me will submit an opt-out request again. Basically, you're paying
Please
Delete Me to get rid of
me.
all the downsides of all of the free stuff on the internet, which I think is absolutely worth it. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, buckle up. Things are about to get weird. Alex Jones may or may not be involved. Regardless, our
Alex
story begins in
Jones.
1948 when Johnny Morris,
The
the
funny
founder of
guy.
Bass Pro Shops, is born. He grows up as the son of a World War II veteran that after coming back home from the war opens up a liquor store. That goes well, so he opens up another liquor store soon.
Dang.
He's got an entire chain of regional liquor stores called Brown Derby. Why on earth
He sure knows how to target the market. Those liquors are expensive.
did they call it that? I have no idea. So then why did I bring it up? Because it kind of sounds like a gay bar, and I think that's funny. Moving on. So Johnny spends his childhood growing up in Springfield, Missouri. His dad owns a chain of liquor stores in the Midwest. There's
Sheesh.
absolutely no way that guy's not making a ton of money. There's literally nothing to do in the Midwest other than drink and figure eight race, which, if we're being honest, is just racing
What?
with an intersection while you're half drunk anyways.
They're using buses to race? And seriously, this one? 99 problems and finance. Okay. Anyways, it looks like a horse racing tournament.
Racing with an intersection while you're half drunk anyways.
Hell yeah.
So Johnny
yeah.
presumably has a pretty good childhood because his dad is taking him on all these hunting trips. He's going bass fishing out at Lake of the Ozarks, and he ends up becoming this huge out.
So it's the bait, the fish. I guess it's the first fish he caught, so it's more memorable, the base. I was about to ask, like, why not trout fishing? Why not catfishing? Which is a whole nother thing.
Outdoors guy. He goes off to college where he, and I quote, majored in fishing.
You can do that?
Huh?
Comes
You
back home
can
from
do
college,
that?
doesn't really know what he
I
wants to do,
know.
but he does know it's a humongous pain in the ass to find good fishing equipment because remember, this is like the 1970s. There is no Amazon. You can't get on the internet and buy all the fishing stuff, okay?
You guys have like cute keychains
get
of
on the
your
internet.
president or something. Aww. Wait. It's fishing lures. What is going on?
And buy all the fishing stuff, okay? Bass Pro Shops doesn't exist yet. You gotta know a guy
I
that
want
knows
cool
a guy
stuff like
that's
that
making
too.
lures in his basement if you want to get good fishing tackle. So Johnny, fresh home from college where he just learned the laws of supply and demand, there's a huge demand for fishing stuff and there's a very low supply of it, figures he's gonna fill that gap and he's probably gonna make some money doing it. So he takes out a $10,000 loan, rents a U-Haul, travels the entire United States making connections with local bait and tackle shops.
10,000 to rent a U-Haul. I don't know. How much is a U-Haul right now, though?
And buying up all of their inventory, and then brings it back to Springfield, Missouri, and starts Bass Pro Shops in the back of one of his dad's liquor stores. Now, remember what I said, there is no Amazon. You can't get online and order all your fancy bass fishing equipment. You gotta know a guy that knows a guy, and pretty soon, Johnny Morris becomes that guy. His phone number is getting passed around the fishing community like wildfire. The next
Does he get any scam calls? Jokes aside, the word of mouth is very powerful back in the days. It's also quite powerful right now. Just you have the internet, you know? But word of mouth, you need to have a good product and a good service, I guess. Because over here, especially restaurants, if someone say that, oh god, this place, do not go, please. The food tastes so bad. And then word of mouth spread, you won't have any business, man. Unless you change the recipe and new customers come and new word of mouth come, yeah.
thing he knows, he's getting phone calls from other states all over the country, placing orders, and then he's mailing stuff to people. This goes on for about 2 years, and then after that, he realizes he has an enormous catalog of names, addresses, and phone numbers of all the big fishermen all over the United States of America.
Whoa.
So he takes a risk. He prints out 10,000 Bass Pro Shops catalogs in 1974 and mails them to absolutely everybody with all of his products inside. This explodes into a humongous mail order business, which is basically the Amazon of its time. And as he continues to grow the business, he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna start selling fishing boats out of my catalog too, but I'm not just gonna—
He's gonna sell fishing. This guy is rich. Like, how much is this size of fishing boat right now?
gonna sell the boat. I'm gonna sell the boat with the motor and the trailer, all for one price, one-stop shop, you get everything.
Good.
Up until this point,
I like
if you wanted
that.
to buy a fishing boat, you had to go buy the boat, then you had to go buy the motor, then you had to figure out how to get a trailer. It was a whole day-long event. Now you could just call up Johnny and have the boat delivered to you. It was perfect. His boats end up becoming the most popular boat in America and the most manufactured boat on the planet. Then in 1980, he realizes, like,
No wonder he made the bucks.
you know what? I bet people would really appreciate a place where they could just drive their truck, pick up the boat on the trailer, be able to look at all the fishing lures, all the stuff I have for sale. I'm gonna build an enormous retail place. He builds the world's first Bass Pro Shops outdoor world. It is 300,000 square feet. There's fish tanks, there's exotic animals stuffed all over the wall.
Why is this like a museum? And it looks so fun to go there, man.
It's not just a store. It's basically like a dead zoo, except the fish are alive. It's basically
like everything is taxidermy except the fishes.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory for rednecks, okay? People travel from hours and hours away to make their pilgrimage to Bass Pro Shops. Okay, I can't stress to you enough how big of a deal the first Bass Pro Shops was, okay? To this day, the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield, Missouri is considered the largest tourist attraction in the state of Missouri. This one singular store gets over 4 million customers a year, okay? That's
Whoa, is that a grouper? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's huge.
That's like 11,000 people a day inside of this bait and tackle shop.
Wow.
Okay, and at this point, you're like, wow, that's—
You guys like your fishing. I'm gonna lie, except for my family and my friends. A lot of people like fishing here too. My uncle likes fishing. When he was younger, he went fishing almost every day. He's a pro in fishing. He even bought those expensive fishing rods. When we are here, just using bamboo sticks. He bought fishing lures. When we are here, just using worms. Me? I cannot with fishing. I don't have the patience. No Wi-Fi too outside, need to buy data. Hiya.
That's a lot of people. No, that's a metric ton of people going to buy fishing lures, okay? Disneyland gets 40,000 people a day. You've got 25% the business volume of Disneyland.
Damn.
And all you're doing is selling fishing equipment. Johnny Morris is literally the Walt Disney of rednecks at this point. Buh! How can we keep saying everybody that shops at Bass Pro Shops is a redneck? Buh! Don't do the whole I'm gonna get offended over literally nothing bit.
Rednecks is a bad word?
Okay, nobody cares. Okay, at the end of the day, there's only two types of outdoor people. Okay, there's Patagonia wearing outdoor people, and there's Bass Pro Shop outdoor people. Okay, you've got outdoor people that want to save the environment. You've got outdoor people that want to eat the environment. Okay, if you are the ones that want to eat the environment, sorry, you're a redneck. That's just how it goes.
I think we offended somebody out here. That ain't funny, is it, sis?
Anyways, outdoor world, outrageously successful.
that
So
bad?
when you find something that works, you keep doing it. So he opens up another one, and another one,
Another one.
and then another one. And next thing you know, he's got over 200 Bass Pro Shops, outdoor worlds all over the country. So now at this point, Johnny
Damn.
Morris has built the business out wide, and the only place left to go is up and down. He vertically integrates the entire thing. So Johnny Morris figures, okay, well, who's upstream?
His kids, though, were very rich. Daddy not only brought back the milk, but with the cash. Sheesh.
Thing. So Johnny Morris figures, okay, well, who's upstream of me? I'm the middleman. I basically buy shit from a factory. I sell it in my store. I deliver it to the customer. Cool. I'm going to go backwards and I'm going to start buying all the factories that make the shit in my stores. He buys
Wow.
out the boat company
He even bought out the suppliers.
that makes all these boats, which to this day is still the most popular boat in America and the company that
That's kind of cool. That's a cool boat. I mean, look at this. It has seats and everything, and it's cushioned or maybe leather. You don't need to sit on the boat's, what do you call that? The seats? The plank? It's only a plank if it's a wooden boat, but, what do you call that? The thing you sit on without these fancy smancy seats.
and the company that makes the most boats in the world. He buys the company that manufactures the four-wheelers that he sells in his stores. He buys up anything and everything that he can, and then he makes that the Bass Pro brand. And in doing so, his brand is now
Sheesh.
absolutely everywhere. It's on boats, it's on ATVs.
Is that a salmon? It's a big fish. I guess it's a salmon. It looks like a salmon, you know? I like the color of it. Psh.
Boats, it's on ATVs, it's on clothing, it's on dining room sets, it's on fishing equipment. It's absolutely everywhere, to the point that everybody in America knows that brand. It's one of the most recognizable brands of all time. And in doing so, it's kind of polarizing, right? There's only two types of people in regards to Bass Pro Shop. There's people that like it and want to shop there, and those people are going to buy his merch and rep the company because they think it's awesome. And then there's people that want to make fun of the people that shop at Bass Pro Shop. And guess what they're going to do? They're also going to buy his merch to wear it ironically in an attempt to make fun of those people. Either way,
Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about those people. They hate them, but they still wasted their cash to buy the merch just to destroy it. Huh, weird. It's still your cash, you know? Is this tsundere behavior? You hate it, but you secretly like it. I hate you and I don't want to buy your stuff, but just for the sake of making fun of other people who bought your stuff, I'll buy it. Huh.
Morris is making money off of both ends selling his merch. It's absolutely brilliant. Not only is he conquering his own market, he's figured out a way
It's
to
weird.
monetize the haters as well.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
So Johnny Morris has done it. He's vertically integrated everything. Like anything to do with fishing in America, he is inescapable. Like you got to go through this guy if you want to be able to catch fish, essentially. So he's like, okay, well, I need to
the
expand into
bamboo
related
sticks.
markets. What's related to fishing? Hunting. Most people that fish hunt, vice versa. So there's another company, almost the same.
Does he sell camouflage outfits too? I'll get one of those and blend in with the forest, and I will find those Bigfoots. As long as a bear don't find me.
Company, almost the same exact business model and storyline to him, but it's the hunting version, and that's Cabela's. So he buys Cabela's out for $5 billion and combines the brands together. After acquiring Cabela's, there's only one more company that he's actually competing with, and that's Sportsman's Warehouse. So he goes to buy them out too, and he gets like all the way to the very end.
He has a freaking monopoly of this.
And they're about to sign the contract, and Bass Pro Shops is about to own Sportsman's Warehouse, and the government agency, the FTC, the Federal
Oh, okay. He got
Trade
blocked.
Commission, has to step in and stop the purchase of Sportsman's Warehouse because if he buys it, they're going to declare it a legal monopoly. He is not allowed to buy up any more of the competition.
This is the worst.
At this
I almost had it, he say.
point, Johnny Morris has essentially won capitalism. The government has had to come in and say, no, you're way too good at selling fishing lures. You're not allowed to do this because then you're literally going to be the only option in the entire country. We've got to stop you. Here's the gold star for winning capitalism. Great work.
sheesh.
Enjoy being a billionaire. Have a nice day. So
I do wonder for all the Americans that visited the store, and maybe non-Americans that visited the store, are their prices affordable? Because if they want to have a monopoly that at least needs to like weed out the competition, they must have a competition that sells cheaper stuff. Because you need to be like at least affordable to own the market, right?
Johnny Morris is like, okay, the government stepped in, not allowed to get any bigger at doing what I'm already doing.
That's
so
kinda
my only
funny.
other option now is to either just call it a day and retire, or I can expand into a related market. And at that point,
Yeah.
he realizes like, okay, I'm gonna do tourism. I'm
Let's
already
go
kind of
tourism.
in tourism already. I have the #1 tourist destination in Missouri, and my other stores are in the top 5 destinations in like 8 other states. So he gets more into tourism. He starts opening up Bass Pro Shop resorts, golf courses. He has a fucking
Damn.
music festival. And then one day, the Memphis Pyramid comes up for sale. And I know what you're thinking. Why the fuck?
Oh, you guys have a pyramid. What is this? It's like steel? Like metal? It doesn't look like glass.
Is there a pyramid in Memphis? Great question. Well, in the 1950s, there was this architect that wanted to make a big-ass pyramid. He actually wanted to make 3 pyramids, but it never got that far. He never got around to it in his life, but his son also became an architect, and in the 1980s, he resurrected the idea, got the funding, and built the 7th largest pyramid in the world on the Mississippi River in
If it's like glass, it will be so pretty. If it's like metal sheets or something, from the inside, it's gonna be so dark.
Memphis. Right out of the gate, the Memphis
Ah.
Pyramid is extremely polarizing. You've got taxpayers that are like, I don't want you to take my tax money and build a giant pyramid. No.
True.
And then there's other people that are like,
No.
fuck yeah, this is America, let's build a giant pyramid. And then you've got people coming out of left field like Alex Jones claiming that the people behind it are part of the occult and they're building a secret satanic worship
What?
temple or some shit.
These guys are admittedly into the occult. You can just look up their names. They're all over the local newspapers.
And originally, it was an
This guy is so funny.
event center. People were going to have basketball games there, boxing matches. Mike Tyson fought there. They were going to have concerts,
Sheesh.
all kinds of stuff. So they started building it in
Elvis
1989. It finally opens up in 1991. And right before the Memphis Pyramid is about to open up, the maintenance crew goes up to the very top. And at the very top, there's a metal box welded at the top of the pyramid. And they're like, what the fuck is that? So they go, they get the project manager. They end up chipping away at this welding. They rip this box down. Inside this metal box is a smaller wooden box. So they pull that up, they open it, and there's like a of just incense and perfume and shit that comes out. And inside of the box is a fucking crystal skull inside of a
Sheesh.
velvet cloth. Don't worry, it gets weirder
It's the
somehow.
cult.
So they track down who put the crystal skull there, and somebody finally admits to doing it, and it is the founder of the Hard Rock Cafe and the House of Blues, Isaac Tigrit, because originally
Oh
there was going to be
dang, it's the Hard Rock Cafe. We have those here too. It's everywhere though.
a Hard Rock Cafe inside of the pyramid. Still raises the question, why the f are we putting crystal skulls at the top like it's an Indiana
know,
Jones
right?
movie? Isaac Tigrit's reasoning was, I'm not making this up. I promise you, I can show you the interviews where he talks
Wait, if I raid the Hard Rock Cafe, will I find crystal skulls there too? Oh sheesh.
about it. When Isaac Tigrit was 27 years old, he was drunk driving his Porsche and crashed it,
That
careening
Porsche!
it off a 400-foot cliff. And as the car is rolling down the cliff, an Indian man appeared and like held him through the crash, and he walks out of this car wreck. The car is just completely obliterated, and he walks out without so much as a scratch or a bruise.
He appeared instantly in this
Damn.
room. He picked me up and put me on a bed. He pulled my tongue out. I'm watching this from above. He places his hand on my chest and pushes on my chest, and the spirit went right back
His
into my
spirit
body.
A
went
couple
out.
years later, he's in a bookstore and he sees the Indian man that held him through this car crash on the back of a book and finds out that it's his Indian spiritual leader named Sai Baba. So he goes
Is this a... I don't know about this.
to India multiple times,
It
ends up giving
sounds
this guy
sus.
millions and millions of dollars and becomes best buddies with this Indian spiritual leader, Sai Baba.
And he gave a lot of money. I don't know, man. Is he being scammed? But then again, he voluntarily gifted millions and millions of dollars. Like, I know there are people well versed in supernatural things, but in this case, I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt.
And when Sai Baba finds out that they're building a massive pyramid in Memphis and they're putting a Hard Rock Cafe on the top, Sai Baba gives Isaac this crystal skull and gives him instructions on how to mount it at the very top because it's gonna please the cosmos or put out good vibes or something. So that's what Isaac
Good
Tigrit does. Then
vibes.
fast forward.
Good feng shui.
The maintenance guys find it, they take it down, they track Isaac Tigrit down, and Isaac Tigrit is like, you need to put it back up there or you're gonna disrupt the cosmos. At which
Yeah.
point they're like, no, that's fucking weird. We're not doing that. Alex Jones is already breathing down our neck saying that we're some satanic cult.
That turned the friggin' frogs gay.
We're not mounting crystal skulls at the top of the pyramid. So then people find out about this.
I mean, you could mount it without people knowing, you know?
People start saying that now the pyramid is cursed, and it's starting to look like it's true because the first night it opens up for a concert, the sewage backs up and ruins the entire event. From here, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing happening. One of the maintenance crew guys plummets to his death. People keep falling down the staircases because the stairs are too steep because they built a concert venue inside of a fucking pyramid. The seats are uncomfy because they made them too small, trying to cram as many people into this auditorium as possible. Again, because it's a pyramid, which is not a great shape to have a concert venue to begin with. Eventually, a bunch of musicians refuse to even play that venue because apparently the acoustics inside of a pyramid aren't that great. The entire venue just
Never mind what I said. Maybe taking that skull away was a bad decision. Instead of bad architect.
becomes synonymous with not having a good time. It's a huge waste of taxpayer money. Memphis is actually losing money every single month keeping this place open, and the people in Memphis start referring to it as the Tomb of Doom. So by 2007, the entire venue is just shut down. Nobody wants to go there anymore, and now there's just a big, empty, haunted pyramid on the Mississippi River in Memphis, Tennessee. Cue Johnny Morris, the guy expanding his hospitality and resort business, and he's like, you know what? I could put a Bass Pro Shop in that motherfucker. It'd be awesome. At face value, it's funny. Why wouldn't you go to a giant pyramid to buy a fishing lure? That's hilarious. But we're also gonna call it the Redneck Mecca. Why is that funny? Well, because Mecca is the holiest place in the Muslim faith, and every single Muslim on the planet is obligated to go there at least once in their life if they're physically and financially capable of doing so. We're gonna quietly insinuate that every redneck in North America has a religious obligation to make a pilgrimage to Memphis so that they can buy a fishing lure from our pyramid. Then we're gonna put a 100-room resort.
Maybe then you will catch the biggest bass ever. I keep on calling it bass instead of bass.
At the bottom of it, we're gonna have a bowling alley. There's gonna be an indoor swamp, a shooting range. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know what you're
It looks so cool though.
thinking. Why on earth would you want to put your retail business inside of a haunted pyramid? Because your customer base is rednecks. You want to know who doesn't give a shit about being haunted? Rednecks. If anything, it makes it better. You know what's more fun than being able to go to a pyramid to buy a fishing lure? Being able to go to a pyramid, buy a fishing lure with the slight chance that you're gonna get to shoot a ghost with a shotgun loaded with rock salt, okay? Okay, these are rowdy, fearless individuals. These are who Charlie Daniels was talking about, okay? If you told a story about any other demographic on the planet that started out with they made a deal with Satan, it would be a cautionary tale where this guy loses his soul. Not rednecks. Rednecks are gonna beat that motherfucker in a fiddle contest, win a golden fiddle because they can. So the pyramid being cursed, definitely not a downside. If anything, it's an upside. The only real downside, to be honest with you, is that, well, you're creating a tourist attraction for rednecks, and if they're staying overnight, they're probably gonna get drunk and rowdy and get naked and take a cannonball into the fish tank.
Man dives into the aquarium. Okay. I was about to say, like, maybe you'll attract like those haunted, those ghost catching YouTubers. Maybe one day we'll get a ghost catching VTuber. One day. Trust me, bro.
A splash at a Bass Pro Shop when he swam naked. Police say he crashed his car in the parking lot, took off all of his clothes, he jumped into the water yelling cannonball.
And then of course there's the cost. Obviously buying the world's 7th largest pyramid that's on the river on prime real estate is going to be pretty expensive whether it's haunted or not. So Johnny Morris doesn't really know if it's going to be a good business idea. He definitely doesn't want to lose money, so he just kind of like sets it in the hands of God and lets him make the decision. He decides, you know what? I'm just going to schedule a fishing trip on the Mississippi River right near the pyramid, and I'm going to go fishing for catfish, and if I catch a really big catfish, that's going to be my sign that I'm going to buy this pyramid. And sure enough, Johnny Morris goes on this fishing trip and catches a 34-pound fucking catfish in the shadow of the pyramid. Okay, do you understand the significance of what I've just told you? This is the most American thing that's ever happened, all right? A pyramid got built in Memphis. It's the 7th largest pyramid on the planet that people now think is haunted because some millionaire that opened up the Hard Rock Cafe was drunk driving his Porsche and had a vision that he was saved by an Indian spirit guide, so he had him place a crystal skull at the top, and then it was haunted and run out of business, and then it got brought back by some dude that became a billionaire by selling fishing lures out the ass end of a liquor store in Springfield, Missouri. So
he looks like a friendly grandpa.
So in conclusion, I guess I don't know. I don't know how I got here, to be honest with you. I guess if we could draw anything from this, pick pick whatever you want to do in life, even if it's something as simple as selling fishing lures, and get so
Yeah.
outrageously good at it that you can then financially justify buying a haunted pyramid? 'Cause America, I guess.
Your devil worship
Freedom.
fails. The hillbillies, the country boy can't survive. The John Deere hat wins. You lose, we win. Your little devil palace is falling down.
This guy,
At this point,
man.
I'm convinced that there's no US-based company that does anything normal whatsoever. Coca-Cola's Confederate cocaine water, Waffle House is being used by FEMA to track natural disasters, and apparently Bass Pro Shop is an outdoor monopoly that's getting involved in investing in haunted pyramids.
That's a lot of different things, though. I even watched the Coca-Cola one. What happened? Like, I know it's like a medicine, quote-unquote medicine water. Does it work? I do not know. I know that you can use Coca-Cola to clean like old coins. It will be squeaky clean.